So if you think that getting paid to draw cars all day sounds like something you might be interested in, I'm going to share with you how I got here and how you can too if it's something that you want to do. Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name is Jen and I'm a car designer and creative living in Detroit. On this channel, I discuss design and living a creative life. Today we're going to talk about how to become a car designer. What kind of skills and training do you need and where can you find it? I've been working as a car designer for about 6 years now, and one of the questions that I get asked a lot when I meet new people is, how does someone get into that career path? Because car design itself is such a small field, a lot of people don't know where to start to pursue it as a career path. I met a few people over the years who do work in automotive in a different aspect, such as engineering or marketing. And sometimes these people ask me how I got into design because it's something that they were always interested in, but unfortunately they weren't given a clear direction for how to pursue it. A lot of times people tell students to go to school for engineering if they want to be a designer, but unfortunately that's not the right advice. So the first thing that a lot of people don't realize is, as designers, a lot of us started as artists. First and foremost, you really need to have solid drawing skills and a really good grasp of the fundamentals. This includes things like drawing in perspective and having good grasp of proportions. First, I want to go through what are the educational requirements needed to get a job in car design. Most companies do require a bachelor's degree to be hired on as a full-time staff member. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, some instances they might take you on as a contractor, but really if you want to be a full-time staff designer, you need to have a bachelor's degree. Most programs that qualify will offer a bachelor's degree, either a bachelor's of science or a bachelor of fine art, usually in a program such as automotive design, transportation design, or my degree, which is in industrial design. You're usually going to find these programs at a small art school, which is the route that I chose to go, or sometimes they can be offered as part of the art department in a larger college or university. The second question I get asked a lot is, where can I find this kind of education? I'm only going to talk about the programs here in the United States because really that's where I live and work, and that's the area that I'm most familiar with. There are other programs overseas, absolutely. I'm just not as familiar with them, so I don't really feel comfortable giving much information on them. In the United States, there are about 6 schools that I recommend, and these are the ones that I know that the companies do recruit from on a regular basis. I know people that have been hired from these schools, so I do know that they have a track record of success. The first one is Academy of Art University in San Francisco, California. The second one is Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California. Third one is the Cleveland Institute of Art in Cleveland, Ohio. Now this one is my alma mater. I went there because I'm from Ohio and it was the school that was closest and made the most sense for me. That being said, I think any of these schools could be good depending on your situation. You should do some research and find the one that's the best fit for you. The fourth one is the College for Creative Studies here in Detroit, Michigan. The fifth one is Lawrence Technical University in Southfield, Michigan. And the sixth one is University of Cincinnati in Cincinnati, Ohio. So there are a lot of options to choose from, so let's go over some things that you might want to consider when you start looking at schools. The first thing I would ask is, does the school have an automotive-specific concentration in their program? You want to make sure you're working towards an automotive-specific program if this is what you want to go into. The second thing I would ask is, do they have alumni currently working in the field in the type of role that you would be interested in working in? You want to see a pattern of sustainable success in alumni placement, and you want to see those alumni working in the type of role that you want to be working in. The third question I would ask is, does this school have a clear structure, a clear path of student development, and does it provide the appropriate resources for the students to continue on that development path? Fourth question you should ask is, what is the cost of attendance? This might include just tuition at some schools. It might also include room and board. You want to know all those details. Some schools have on-campus housing and some schools offer no campus housing. So it really depends, and you want to know all the details so you can figure out what the budget would be to actually attend. That being said, the sixth question that I would make sure to ask is, what is the school's access to scholarships, grants, and other forms of financial aid? Some potential sources of financial aid might include things such as portfolio scholarships. You can get these usually when you first apply and submit your portfolio to the program. Another source that I would look into is the school's endowments from alumni and from community organizations. These can often allow the school to offer scholarships to students in the program who are either high-performing students or minority students in that program. But I really recommend meeting with the financial counselor from each school that you're considering. They might be able to give you a better idea of what your cost of attendance would actually look like after you factor in financial aid, scholarships, and other resources. So if you are interested in getting into the field of car design, hopefully this video was able to give you some more information. If you have any questions about what I've talked about today, please just let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, stay creative, and I will see you in the next video.